Dude, what's up, you guys? It is so welcome back to the Wwe Nxt channel. I'm going to keep my voice down because it is nighttime, of course. But I just got off of NXT, February 21st edition. It was a good episode. Mainly the main event is what sold the episode. The first two matches were, but it was the main event that really sold the episode. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. So the first match we had was the Velveteen Dream versus Wwe Nxt. I must say, Velveteen Dream, honestly, one of the single best parts about NXT. The entrance, his wrestling, his style, just everything about the character is just one of my favorite parts of NXT. So it's always a delight to see him. It's a shame we don't see him every single week, but when we do see him, I'm very much excited. So he had a match with Wwe Nxt. It was okay. Definitely was not the best Velveteen Dream match I've seen. I wouldn't call it the worst. Actually, I might call it the worst. It wasn't a bad match. It just wasn't good. Because, you know, Velveteen Dream is known for putting on, like, top-tier, really good matches. You know, you can't really expect great matches every single week. Because, you know, they got to save the amazing matches for TakeOver. But the match was okay. Velveteen Dream won with the Purple Rainmaker. He cut a promo after the match, basically dissing Asuka, Tyler Bate, and Aleister Black for their wins, their NXT year-end awards wins. Wait, didn't Velveteen Dream win a year-end award? I think he did. But basically, he cut his promo say, you know what? F Asuka, F Aleister Black, F Tyler Bate, F Pete Dunne. I am the real deal. Crowd's cheering my name, and if you guys can't see that, then I don't have time for you. Simple, sweet, to the point. That's why I like Velveteen Dream. Then in the next segment, William Regal announces that in 2 weeks' time, we'll be starting the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, in which the winning team will be challenging the Undisputed Era for the NXT Tag Team Championships at NXT TakeOver New Orleans. And to that I say, how this must be a slim tournament because there's only 6 weeks until WrestleMania? 6, 7, maybe 8? So, unless they're doing some tournament matches in some live events, which they did do, I don't know how they're going to fit this tournament in the next 2 months. I mean, I know it's not impossible, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll definitely see. But anyway, my top pick to win so far, right as of right now, is probably between TM61 and War Machine. TM61 did make it to the finals of the last one and lost to the Authors of Pain. So we could very well see them make it to the end this time and win. It would be a nice coming back story. But I think if they want to establish a new tag team in War Machine, they can have them win this tournament and then challenge Undisputed Era and beat them. So that's what I think is going to happen here, but we'll see. We didn't get to the next match. Vanessa Bourne versus Nikki Cross. Poor baby. Vanessa Bourne got absolutely no reaction when she came out. I didn't want to laugh at her, but you know, she was from the Mae Young Classic. She didn't really make an impact. I think she lost in the first round. She came out. You could hear a pin drop when she came out. There was one cheer oh yeah, Vanessa Bourne. And then Nikki Cross came out. Crowd came alive. Then I laughed. I'm like, okay. Vanessa Bourne has well the way to go. Plus, she's not that good in the ring. She needs some training to do. And that's where I say, this is developmental after all. She did give her time. She might be the next Ember Moon. Who knows? Bit of a wishful thinking there. But nonetheless, match went on. Nikki Cross dominated most of it. Vanessa Bourne got some offense in here and there, but it was mostly to showcase Nikki Cross, who won the match with her neck breaker for the pin. Don't know what this is leading towards, especially because I don't see Nikki Cross winning the NXT Women's Championship anytime soon, which is a crime, because she should either be in the NXT Women's Championship picture or she should be on the main roster. I really don't like that they have Nikki Cross dwindling on this roster right now, which she's been doing for the past 2 years, honestly. At this point, just call her up to the main roster. Have them do something with her. I mean, I don't think they will know what to do with Nikki Cross. Well, no, she's a unique character. You know what? This is a very, 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 very far out thought that I just came across. But if they really, really wanted to, they could make Nikki Cross Bray Wyatt. I know, I mean... make Nikki Cross... No. Make Nikki Cross, Sister Abigail. And Nikki Cross go to the main roster. Starts taking pins every single week. Get pinned by Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss at the same time. Alright, let me stop. It's not too funny. Can't be laughing at Bray Wyatt's non-success, but nonetheless, far out thought Nikki Cross could be Sister Abigail, but once again, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that will happen. You know what? I don't really know what to do with Nikki Cross either. I think just have her on NXT for all so they find something to do with her. Anyway, next up we get Shane Thorne tweets a tweet. Then in the next segment, it is announced that Kairi Sane versus Shayna Baszler is confirmed for next week. No word on if it's a number one contenders match. I don't think it is. But I'm still thinking that at TakeOver, it's going to be Kairi versus Shayna versus Ember. So maybe this basically leads to that. I don't know. Then we get to the main event. Andrade Cien Almas versus Johnny Gargano for the NXT Championship. Now going into this match, I'm like, they had 3 matches. One was good, one was great, and one was amazing. So this is obviously going to be the dud. This is going to be the match that doesn't live up to expectation. Not doesn't live up to expectation, because after their amazing match, you don't expect their second match, their fourth match to surpass it. And their fourth match actually didn't surpass it. But I wouldn't call it I don't know if I would call it their worst. I don't want to call it their worst match, because then it makes it sound like it was a bad match, because this match was really good. For 2 men who faced off 4 times, and probably even more times if you count live events, they went out there and they had quite the match. Definitely best match on NXT television in a while. Started off really hot with Candice LeRae and Zelina Vega coming out with both men. Both women battled out in the very beginning of the match, so it started off real hot, no wrestles or anything. They started right out the gate punching each other, going at each other. High speed most of the way throughout. It was some slow points. They did cut the commercial like 3 times, which was pretty annoying. But on top of everything, Johnny Gargano and Andrade Cien Almas managed to kill it once again. Like I said, they have 4 matches. If I could rank it, this will either be number 4 or number 3. Definitely not TakeOver Brooklyn level, and nowhere near TakeOver Philadelphia level. But nonetheless, really good match between the 2 men. Lots of sequences. There was this one spot where Andrade was on the top rope, and he was going for, I don't know if he was going for his hamlock DDT on the apron, or he was going for something, but Johnny pushed him off, and he crashed and burned all on the apron onto the floor. Then Johnny followed it up with a suicide tornado DDT, sent him back into the ring, hit another DDT, went for the pin, didn't get it. There was a bunch of near falls. You were clutching on all of them, and even though I knew what the result was going to be, because I ended up spoiling it for myself by going on the internet, I was still on that verge of with these near falls. And then the match came on. Tommaso Ciampa came out and attacked Johnny Gargano with a crutch after the referee got knocked out by Andrade by accident. He hit Johnny with a crutch. Andrade took advantage by hitting his hammerlock DDT onto Johnny for the pin and retains the championship. As Tommaso walked to the back, Johnny Gargano, consolated by his wife and the crowd with "Thank you, Johnny" chants. Pretty emotional. The announcer announces that per stipulation, Johnny Gargano must leave NXT. Pretty sad send-off for the man. I mean, it was a good send-off, I guess, but pretty sad indeed. Gonna miss Johnny Gargano. Now, here's the thing. The feud between Johnny and Tommaso isn't resolved, and we don't know how far along Tommaso Ciampa is in his injury. So my question is, are they going to keep Johnny Gargano in NXT for one more match against Tommaso, or are they going to have this match on the main roster during 205 Live? I hope it's not during 205 Live. I know Triple H is in control of 205 Live and whatnot, but I still don't want to see that on 205 Live. It's fit to happen on a TakeOver event. It should main event a TakeOver event. Especially because their feud's been going on for a long time. Even with the injury that Tommaso sustained, you still remember it. And they keep on coming back to it with the injury. So there has to be a payoff to it. I don't want to say it doesn't matter where the payoff is, because in my opinion it matters. I want it to be on NXT. I don't want it to be on 205 Live. If it's on the main roster, it better be on a pay-per-view. I'm just curious about how they're going to do that feud, because as it looks right now, if Johnny's gone from NXT, he's going to 205 Live. I don't see them putting him on the main roster. He's a cruiserweight. They're obviously going to put him on 205 Live. I will be shocked, truly shocked, if Johnny Gargano getting a call from my sister. I will call her back in a second. I will be truly shocked if Johnny Gargano somehow makes it to the main roster. I'll be happy as all hell, but I'll be shocked. But nonetheless, really enjoyed this show. Really enjoyed this match. I really want to see where this goes. I think my prediction is true, and we're going to see Andrade versus Aleister Black at the main event of TakeOver, with Aleister Black winning. But yeah, that was my NXT review. Thank you guys for watching this review. As always, I love you guys, and tune in every single Wednesday on this channel for your weekly NXT review. I love you guys as always, and I will talk to you all later. Peace out.